Hey guys, today I'm back looking again at another Kotobukiya MSG weapon unit. This is weapon unit number 18, the Freestyle Bazooka. In the last video I took a look at the missile and radome set, and in this one I'm going to do kind of the same thing, just showing you guys what is included with this and then how it's going to compare with a few different kits and a few different scales. So we'll take a look at this in case you're wondering about getting this and using it with maybe your frame arms kit or Gundam kit or something, if you're interested in what exactly you're going to be getting with this set. Because like I said in the previous video, the scale of these is a bit odd, so it can be hard to decide what or how you can use this anyway. So the instructions are just printed there on the back, pretty simple. With this one the cost is 600 yen as well, so not crazy cheap but not that expensive. This is all you're getting, just two small runners here, and that's all the parts, but there's some nice detail in there. So let me snap this together and then we'll take a look and compare this with a few different sizes and scales. Alright, so here is how the Freestyle Bazooka is going to look when it's all done. Some nice detail all around. You have some seam line here on this part here on the back if you are so inclined to get rid of that. You have a port here on the top where you could plug in something else, some other Kotobukiya effect parts or whatever you want to do for that. Here and here on the back I guess could also be hard points. One interesting thing about it is that this part here is kind of very similar to a lot of the other Kotobukiya weapons, or at least a few other ones that I've also built. So these parts, the back half or the front half, could be very versatile with some other weapons in the line as well. I think just very easy, simple connection for that. So if you wanted to have like just this back half and attach like a different front half, you could just scratch build something else or use something else or use this barrel for something, whatever you want to do with that. As for other moving parts, the handle does move forward and back forward very far, so you should have no problem getting this up over the shoulder of any kit. The back part does also open up as well, like so, and there's some nice detail in there. You have some nice like vent detail and all of that inside of there. The handle can also be removed and replaced with this part here, which will allow you to mount this onto the backpack, so it would be like a back-mounted cannon instead of a handheld bazooka. So once again, for demonstration, let's bring in our friend, the Kotobukiya Go-Rai. So as you can see, it's going to be looking pretty impressive. It's kind of loose, but you could just tighten that up pretty simply. Just over the shoulder, it's going to be looking pretty cool. The scale obviously matches up pretty well. Yeah, it's falling down a little bit. But I think you guys get the idea. Matching this weapon set up with any of the Kotobukiya frame arms kits shouldn't be a problem. It'll match up just fine. It fits the style, it fits the size, no problem. But let's see how it will work with a Gundam model kit. Alright, so the way the handle actually works on that gun, it doesn't actually quite fit into the hand. The handle of the gun clashes with the guard, the back armor piece on the back of the hand. So it actually doesn't really fit. It's kind of just barely balanced in there at the moment. But the important part is just that you guys get a sense of the scale of this. So if you wanted to use this with a 1/100 scale kit, it does make a pretty good, like, just big size. It looks just like a big beam cannon rifle kind of thing. It doesn't really look so much like a big bazooka. I think when we think of bazookas, we usually think of them being more up over the shoulder. Let me try without this crumbling apart. Like I said, it's barely kind of holding in the hand. But up over the shoulder, it's going to be looking something like that. So a little bit small, I think, depending on what you want to do with it. I think just using it as like a beam cannon rifle sort of thing, it might look all right with some kits. It doesn't look too bad, not at all, I think. But just the way that it's designed, I think it's a gun that looks better when it looks bigger. That being said, this does look like something that I could easily see like being from Gundam 00 or something like that, some sort of like big GN bazooka or something, and you could use that with the 1/100 scale kit and it'd probably look okay. But let's look at a 1/44 scale kit. I think the problem I'm going to have here now is that the handle is going to be a little bit too big for this hand. This hand is kind of small, and this handle is, yeah, again, somewhere between 1/144 and 1/100 scale. So I think we might have to do a little bit of modification if you want to actually use this with a 1/144 scale kit. But let's see here. All right, so there we go. Actually, that's just barely fitting in the hand. I actually can't put the cover on the back of the hand the way that it is. So yeah, you definitely have to modify this to make it work, and that's to be expected. This weapon is not made for this kit, and it's not really made for any Gundam kit. So doing a little bit of cutting and shaving along to the handle is probably going to be the case for you if you want to use this for a kit. But as you can see, I think this looks pretty good with 1/44 scale kits. It obviously looks very big and huge and oversized, but I think that just kind of fits the design of it really well. So actually that's what I'm planning on using this for. I do actually have a specific plan for this kit that I'm going to be using this on. You guys will see that pretty soon. But in the meantime, hopefully this just kind of simple review look video will have been helpful for you guys. Like I said, I know there's not a whole lot of content on YouTube about these MSG weapon units, and they're pretty cool. So, but they can be a little bit tricky to know exactly the size and scale of them for using them with Gundam kits. I know that's what a lot of people do want to do with them. But hopefully this was helpful. So I'm sure we'll get more in the future. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.